The Nice House on the Lake, issue number 8. 8 issues in. 8 issues in, and it feels like we've done very little. That kind of sucks, doesn't it? I have been reading this book, and I think the premise in the first couple issues, very strong. Just very good. Well written, well crafted, a great idea. The last issue, it kind of hit like a little bit of an interesting snag for me because it was like, oh, we're kind of like rebooting everyone's minds? Okay, sure, I can get behind that, I guess. And then this issue, I don't know anymore. I don't think this is living up to the potential it could. This issue, while well written, has kind of just slowed the momentum down immensely. Because we're still getting to know every single character, and I'm like, 8 issues in, we don't know every character. That's a lot to deal with. Okay, so this one's about Sarah, and she's kind of like, doesn't like Ryan, and her and Ryan have like a little feud. That's kind of what she's talking about a bit, and she's kind of talking about her past with Walter, and Walter and her have like a weird connection, and she doesn't like being a part of the group. She's kind of the outsider. And Walter's like, you're on my list of people I care about. And she's like, okay, I don't care, but okay. And that's kind of like how they make friends. And then we just kind of like relive some of the incidences that we've seen in the previous issues, you know? Last issue, they were talking about this idea. If we design a house, could we build the house? Yeah, they do that. It works. And that's kind of just this. Walter injected himself into the problem now, so everyone thinks he's like here for some reason, except for Nora, but Nora's captured, so it doesn't matter. I don't care anymore. Like, this book has done a pretty good job of balancing its narrative. It has. It's done fine. But right now, who cares? Like, we're still 8 issues in, people still don't really connect with Ryan. She feels like an outsider. They're still like, okay, what's real? Do we have this optimism to go to the outside world still? It's like, we know that it's not going to work. So why are we still pretending? It's just fascinating to me how it just derailed so fast. Walter is still trying to get everybody to like stay. It's like, hey, what if we like made a farm and it could give us something to do to focus on? And Sarah just goes to walk away. And she wants to be alone, but Walter comes to talk to her. But Ryan wants to talk to Walter, but Walter wants to talk to Sarah, and Sarah goes to talk to Walter, and they're just like, you're so focused on keeping everybody here, Walter, like, we gotta get out of here. There's a life waiting for us no matter what's happening here. This is kind of just like stupid that we're pretending like the world's out there still. It's insane. And Walter's just like, trust me, babe, I just want to keep everybody happy and secure. And again, I say this every issue, I'm gonna reiterate it again. This book is just Tynan talking about keeping his friends safe. He's a guy that wants to keep his closest companions safe and in his life. Like, I get it. And that's fine. But nothing new has happened. And nothing new is going to happen. So, okay. We see a scene where Walter goes to talk to Nora, and it's reiterating everything we've seen before it. It's like you're giving them hope that there's something out there, and maybe if you give them no hope and there's nothing there, then maybe they'll fall into like your big plucky plan of like having everything work out for the best. But until then, it's not going to happen. Nobody's going to buy your bullshit, dude. Nora's the best character. Nora is the only character in here of a distinctive voice. You know, like Ricky's kind of fun. He's making jokes. He's having a good time. Everybody else is like indispersible as being against the idea, for the idea, or supporting their own beliefs. Like, there's no distinctive personality between them. They have different occupations, but having a different occupation does not give you a different personality. And that's the problem with this. And something that is apparent 8 issues in, when you have a page with 5 characters and you can't tell the difference between any of them, that's an issue. And not just like physically, you could physically look at them and be like, oh yeah, that's clearly Reggie, clearly that's Naya, but it's like, if you don't know the difference, that's the issue, and that's the problem. Then we cut to a scene where Ryan is talking to Reggie, and she's like, I still don't fit in here, like everything seems off, it's kind of just weird that people have their little cliques and their groups forming, and I don't know anybody, and I only know Walter, and Walter doesn't even want to talk to me, and there's like this weird plan going on, and Reggie's just like, I don't know. I mean, we should just like not worry about it, I guess. So she's like, I'm just gonna go for a walk. So she storms down. She's walking down the roads, just looking at everything. She goes into the other house and she puts her face on the glass and she's just like, why am I even here? She starts to cry, but when she like breathes on the glass, a handprint touches it from the other side, and great visual horror. Like, that looks awesome. I dig that a lot. As she taps on the glass and the glass taps back, and we see that this is clearly Nora that she's talking to, and it just says hi in the writing from the breath, and I'm like, that is really cool. That's cool. Like, that is actually a great idea for the story that works well. Everything else, I'm just kind of like, yeah, okay, I get you. This issue really felt like it just stopped. Like, we didn't do anything new. Nobody had any new ideas. It felt like we had one great idea at the end to have Ryan find where Nora is. The rest of it, I'm like, okay, that's all we got to show for it. Not a lot of anything to really focus on in here, and that's kind of a problem. This issue is supposed to be dedicated to Sarah, and all Sarah really admits is like, I want to go home. I don't like Ryan. I'm not good at anything. That's it. And the rest of it is just filler on what we already know, which isn't great 8 issues into a book. Now, I think this is a mini series and it's going to be ending in issue 10 or 12, but still, you could do more. You could get something going. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. It's just kind of sad. Just kind of sad. This is how far we are into this book and not much else has happened. The artwork's fine. I am used to it now. I don't think it helps distinguish the characters that much, but it's fine. I don't hate the artwork at all. It looks cool. It's an interesting read. This is just the worst of the bunch, and I think it could pick up momentum when it's not stalling itself in the middle for no reason. So, The Nice House on the Lake, issue number 8, I'm going to give a 5 out of 10. Now, thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.